Welcome to the 2023 Economic Depression and Preparation channel. Thank you for joining me on this June 15th, 2023 Thursday edition. Please be sure to subscribe to Preach to Me for the latest interpretation of financial news. 100% breakdown, no frills, pure, unadulterated, true broadcasting here on this channel. We appreciate your support. Also, please tell your friends and share this video with your neighbors wherever you can as YouTube permits. Today, we just want to briefly show you about the jobs market from last month, in the month of May, according to CNBC.com. Here's where the jobs were. As you can see, retail picked up. As you know, people are eating out, dining out more as the throes of the pandemic start to become more in our rearview mirror. However, things are not as rosy as they appear to be, but we do have healthcare and social assistance. The good news, they were leading the charge with 74,000 jobs added in the month of May. Professional and business services had 64,000 jobs, followed by government with 56,000 and leisure and hospitality with 48,000. So this chart, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, data as of June 2nd, 2023, appears to show a sort of rebounding, quote unquote, but it's still below its pre-pandemic levels by more than 200,000 jobs. So we have some sectors that are growing. Of course, healthcare is growing. You know, we have a lot of healthcare workers now, from OTAs to NPs to nurses to doctors who are doing travel and multiple various remote assignments, teledoc assignments, and that's increasing the jobs numbers there, as well as the social assistance. But here's what the problem is. We are lagging behind in wholesale trade. Manufacturing lost jobs. See this here, negative 2,000 jobs in manufacturing, and negative 9,000 in information technology, which is very surprising. We just had these hacking at Johns Hopkins University. We had another hacking of another university, another hacking of the hospital, another hacking took place in California. And with the loss of information technology jobs, that's going to be something to look forward to continue with Facebook, Meta cutting jobs, Google, Apple, all of your big tech companies and chip companies are going to be cutting some jobs at some various levels. Between Uber and everyone else that you guys have seen in the news, that's going to continue throughout the rest of this summer, as well as manufacturing jobs leaving here because the big companies are leaving until they can convert to a completely AI system. In terms of manufacturing, but President Biden already said that's going to take 10 years at least to convert over to this AI manufacturing juggernaut that we hope to be. And so that's going to be something that no matter who gets in the office in 2024, we're still going to be facing that problem. As well as mining and logging and all that stuff. All those are going away. And construction is another area too that's kind of, 25,000 jobs is good, but it's kind of a paltry amount compared to what was expected by a senior economist in this thing. So we know the numbers are massaged. We know the unemployment rate rose to 3.7% in May. We know the real unemployment is really at 10%, but the official numbers keep it around 3.7%. So that's what we have there. Bank borrowing from the Fed climbs to sixth straight week here. Okay, the Fed lends out $105 billion to stressed banks in the last week. You know, we talked about Silicon Valley Bank, SVB, and Signature Bank, and the crypto bank that failed. But there are many more banks here that are primed this summer too. It's not so much failing, but they're going to be merging. The Federal Reserve is handing out this money like candy, and they're going to be merging into the big five banks. As you know, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, etc. And this is going to be more a consolidation of banking power, not so much a straight up, really it's just a takeover, a consolidation of banking power. It's not so much a failure of these banks as a consolidation. They get in trouble lending out low interest loans, and then the government or the Federal Reserve Bank comes in and swoops it up, and they give them, these assets. They start lending out money to them, and they can't afford to pay it back quick enough through the bank interloan exchange, and they just end up taking it over, consolidate. So that's what's going to be happening. Look for more of these banks to merge and so-called quote unquote failures in the next 2 to 3 months here, and more regional banks, let's say local and regional banks, I should put it that way. So be on the lookout for that as well. Now, Social Security taxes, okay? As most people know, Social Security is thinking about ending as of 2030. The funds will be exhausted as of 2033, which is about 10 or 11 years from now. But taxes are taking a big bite out of more people's Social Security benefit each year. Taxes is another thing that we underestimate. If you feel like your Social Security benefits aren't going very far, despite the big cost of living increases, remember the Social Security benefits got like an 8% increase at the beginning of this year. There's a reason for it, and inflation's only part of the explanation. This article goes on to say that the federal tax brackets have gone up too. So they got one hand feeding the other here. This is a stealth tax because your Social Security benefits have to be taxed as well. And so an increasing proportion of seniors have been reaching those low thresholds and having to pay taxes on their benefits. Everyone knows, quote, that Social Security gets taxed, but rarely do they see how it's taxed. People's jaws would fall to the ground. So this is a big portion here, according to usatoday.com. Guys, you could be paying taxes on your Social Security benefits, and this could really be a big drag on your income, on your monthly income as well. And so this is something that is going to be the hidden tax. Inflation is already a hidden tax, but then you have the open tax on your benefits. So these states here can tax some of your benefits here. Colorado, Connecticut, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, Rhode Island, Utah, and Vermont. So the good news is, if you're some of the higher cost of living states like a New York or a Maryland or a California, Texas, they're not on here. That's the good news. Okay, some of the Sunbelt states are not on here, so that's good news. If you're in a more rural area like Kentucky or maybe you're out in Indiana, those are good news. Some of these states don't tax. But if you're in any of these states here, you might want to take a look at some of your benefits once you be able to claim Social Security. Most people claim Social Security around 65 or 67, depending on your full retirement age. But just something to keep in mind. So taxes are not only going to go up for just Social Security. Taxes are going to go up for all kind of benefits. Let's say if we go into a situation where we get a universal basic income coming in with the next presidency or whatever later on down the road, that can be considered taxable. They're going to put a tax on that. Nothing is ever free. There is no free lunch. Remember that. No matter what administration is in office, no matter what world government we go into or whatever CBDC currency, there's no such thing as a free lunch anywhere in this world. Things we cannot avoid: taxes, death, and other things as well. So just keep that in mind. Okay, guys, God bless you. Have a wonderful day today. Be safe wherever you are. Be vigilant. Continue to stack and prepare, and don't let anyone take your joy away today. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.